Good morning, students. Hope you all are good and safe at home. We are doing geometric progression. Let's do some more question of GP. The question is, if the first and nth term of GP are A and B, and if the P is a product of first n terms, then we need to prove P square is equals to AB whole raised to power n. Now, the given condition is we have given that first term is A and nth term is B. Okay. First term is A and nth term we write it as an it is already equals to b. This is given to us. What is the formula for an? It is in the case of gp, so it is a r raised to power n minus 1 is equals to b. Okay, we have these two terms which is given to us. Now the third thing which is given to us is if the p is the product of first n terms. Okay, P is a product of first n terms. That means A1, A2, A3, so on up to An. What is A1? It is first term, which is A. Second term, we know in case of GP it is AR. In case of GP, A3 is AR square. And last one is AR raised to power n minus 1. But you are watching that A is coming every time. So, if I am taking one example. If we have this thing we have. Now, first case 2 is there, in second case 2 is there, in third case 2 is there. That means 2 is coming 3 times. And again, bases are same and in between multiplication symbol is there, then we can add the powers, which is 3 raised to power 3. Okay. In the same manner, what we will do here is A is coming in each and every term. Here in first position A is coming, second position A is coming in at third position, A is coming at last position. And how many terms are there? N terms are there. So and A is coming n times. So it is A raised to power n. Here 2 is coming 3 times. So 2 raised to power 3. Here A is coming n times. So I have written A raised to power n. And of course R is coming. R is not coming at first position. R is coming from second position to last position. So bases are same and here's the R's power is 1, here's the R power is 2, here's the R power is n minus 1. That means R's power is changing. Just like this, 3's power here is 1, here's the 3 power is 2. That means 3's power is changing. What we'll do here is, if the bases are same and in between multiplication symbol is there, we'll add the powers. Okay, A raised to power n, how it comes? Because A is coming here, third position and last position. That means A is coming n times. So A raised to power n. And R in between bases are same. That means R is same and in between multiplication symbol is there. So we can add the powers by that property that you already did in 10th class. 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n minus 1. Now, you need to remember one result. If you have 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n, that means first n terms, n natural numbers, its answer is n into n plus 1 by 2. Well, you will do this result in mathematical inductions chapter. We'll prove this result there. That is your 4th chapter, NCERT chapter number 4. When we'll do this chapter, we'll prove this result that 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n. That means first n natural numbers sum is n into n plus 1 by 2. For the time being, just remember this result. There are 2 more results like this, but later on we'll do it. Whenever the question will come, I will dictate that relation as well. Now, just remember one relation, that first sum of first n terms, n natural numbers is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. Now, here it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n minus 1. Here it is n, but here it is n minus 1. So, A raised to power n as it is, R raised to power. We'll apply this result here. It is, here's the last term is n. So we have written n, but here's the last term is n minus 1. We'll write n minus 1. Again, in place of n, we'll write n minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. Hope this is clear to you. 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n minus 1. We'll apply this very result here. Here's the last term is n. So we have written n here, but here's the last term is n minus 1. So I've written in place of n, we have written n minus 1. Again, in place of n, we have written n minus 1 plus 1 by 2. Hope this question is, hope this step is clear to you. Now, we'll do further. It is a raised to power n and r raised to power n minus 1 n upon 2. We have this thing, but we need to prove. We need to prove is p square. That means squaring both sides. We need to square on both sides. So p square, it is a raised to power n, r raised to power n minus 1 into n by 2 whole square. Of course, in between multiplication symbol is there. So can we write this step as like this, a raised to power 2n n minus 1 into n by 2 into 2. I am taking simple example. You have x into y whole square. You can write it as x square into y square. So I have done the same thing here. A raised to power, already n power is there. So this power 2 will come inside, then it becomes 2n. So here this power is there, will multiply with 2. So 2 will cancel out with 2. So what will occur? A raised to power 2n, r raised to power n minus 1 into n. Hope this step is clear to you. This is the p squares value. What we need to prove is ab whole raised to power n. Now, we need whole power n. We need whole power n. So what we are doing here, we are taking n power as common. A raised to power 2 and a raised to power n minus 1 become remain inside and n power outside. This is the whole power n. When it goes inside, that it becomes a raised to power 2n and it becomes r raised to power n minus 1 n. The same step will occur. So here what we'll do, we'll take n power as common. Why? Because here in to prove we need n is in the whole power. So what we did, so a, can we write a square as a into r raised to power n minus 1 whole raised to power n. And what you are watching, then this is nothing, this is your nth term, a r raised to power n minus 1. This is your nth term, and nth term is given to us, nth term of GP here it is b. This is given that it is equals to b. So a r raised to power n minus 1, it is b. Can I write b in place of this? ab whole raised to power n. But we wanted to prove, it is already proved. Hope this question is clear to you. Actually, this is not a typical question. Just first of all, just watch the question, watch the statement thoroughly. If you will watch the statement thoroughly, then you can understand what's the demand of that question. So here the demand is P is the product of first n term. What we did product, and after that we use the result. Sum of n natural numbers is equals to n into n plus 1 by 2. And after that, after calculating, we reached on this result, p square is equals to ab whole raised to power n. Hope this question is clear to you. Let's do one more question. Now the next question is, if mth, nth and pth terms of GP form 3 consecutive terms of GP. Okay, the first line is saying, this is the mth term, nth term and pth term of GP. Mth term means am of GP. It is a r raised to power m minus 1. Nth term of GP is an, which is a r raised to power n minus 1. And pth term of GP, which is ap, a r raised to power p minus 1. These are the 3 terms of GP. Now, these 3 terms of GP form 3 consecutive terms of geometric sequence. That means when these 3 terms come together, these 3 terms again form a GP. As this is a part of GP, here one GP is given to us whose mth term is here, nth term is here, and again pth term is here. The different terms of GP. Now, question demands is that when mth, nth and pth term of GP form three consecutive term of geometric sequence. Okay, these three terms when comes together, when mth, nth and pth terms come together, this form GP. Okay, that means AM, AN and AP are in GP. If they are in GP, so geometric progression result is middle terms square is equals to product of exteriors. Middle terms square is equals to product of exteriors. What we did before, that if ABC in GP, that B square is equals to AC. In previous lecture we did this result. I have applied the same result here. Here in place of ABC we have AM, AN and AP. So middle term is AN. AN's whole square is equals to product of its exteriors, AM into AP. What is AN? AN is AR raised to power n minus 1. We already find it above. Now AM is AR raised to power m minus 1 and what is AP? AR raised to power p minus 1. We already find it out here. Now we applied these results here. After applying these results, what we'll get? Now A raised to power 2, R raised to power 2n minus 2. So whenever this power 2 will come inside, it becomes A raised to power 2, R raised to power 2n minus 2. A, R raised to power, okay. Here the bases are same and powers in between multiplication symbol is there, then we can add the powers. It becomes 1 plus 1, A raised to power 2 and R raised to power m minus 1 plus p minus 1. So A square will cancel out with A square, but will remain behind R raised to power 2n minus 2, R raised to power m plus p minus 2. Their bases are same and equal to symbol is there. So we can equalize the powers as well. 2n minus 2 is equals to m plus p minus 2. Minus 2 will cancel out with minus 2, or you can do this minus 2 when come to this side, it becomes plus 2. So minus 2 will cut with plus 2 and after that what will remain behind is 2n is equals to m plus p, twice of middle term. Twice of middle term is equals to exterior sum. This is the result of AP. So M and P are in AP. So twice of middle term is equals to exterior sum. This was the result that we did in AP. So here M and P, this is the same result we get. So M and P are in AP. What we wanted to prove, that M and P are consecutive terms of AP. Let's do this question once again. What was the question? Mth, nth and pth term of GP. Mth term of GP is AR raised to power n minus 1, nth term is AR raised to power n minus 1 and pth term is AR raised to power p minus 1. So form three consecutive terms of GP. Okay, this whenever this, okay, this is mth term, this is nth term and this is your pth term. Don't write m and p, you will get confused. Mth term, nth term and pth term, when will come together, this form GP. If they are in GP, so middle term square is equals to exteriors product. So I have substituted the values of AN, AM and AP. After calculating, what will get? R raised to power 2n minus 2, R raised to power m plus p minus 2. Bases are same, then we can equalize the powers. After equalizing powers, what will get? 2n is equals to m plus p. This is the result of AP. So M and P are in AP. Hope this question is clear to you. Let's do one more question.